Hey, hello, everyone. This is Toni Vanschoyck with Wealth Rescue. I'm so super excited that we rebranded this podcast and coming to you with all sorts of great information. And I'm just going to, do spitballing every once in a while for things that are on my mind. And I made some notes here that I wanted to share with you guys. And here I go. I didn't turn to the right page because I just got off of a coaching call with a group of people. But I really want to talk about, something that speaks to me all the time. And that's really about leadership and how you lead and what it means to be a leader that leads by example. But, the one thing about being an entrepreneur and to help other people is that, number one, you have to have a mindset of service. You have to be willing to go above and beyond in order to share your knowledge, to share your resources, and to be a resource for other people. The one thing that I will tell you all the time is that people will get into this space and they expect people to follow them or to pay for courses or to pay for their programs or pay for their events without actually creating the value prior of doing it. Now, does that mean that you have to have a large following? Absolutely not. What it means is that you need to have followers that trust you. And we've heard this time and time again. And I am a broken record about all of this because people that are really taking their business to the next level and they're truly helping other people is that they're providing so much value that, people will look at it and they will say, I have to have this. And that is the true thing that I see is that, when you have the Ed Miletts and you have the Todd Duncans and you have the John Maxwells and, you have Amy Porterfield, you have all of these people in this space, but they have provided and brought so much value to the table already that people know that they're going to get something out of it regardless. But you know what? That's just about you showing up. That's just about you being consistent. And leadership, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, being someone who leads other people, it's about how you lead by example. What behaviors are you doing? What are you sharing with other people? How are you leading with them? And how are you coaching them and providing that value for them? So when we're talking about leadership, there's a couple of non-negotiables that I just want to share, with you throughout my path that I've been able, to really, some of it figure out on my own, some of it you emulate from other people. And the other thing is you rip off and duplicate, but you also give them credit. So it's a learning process. And this is why I love doing this so much is because, showing people what's possible for me, that's a gift. And so, I love to share. I love to connect. Malcolm Gladwell talks about the tipping point. I am a connector. I just want to figure out what people need, who they need to be in front of, and how, as one, we can collectively help them, right? That's what being an entrepreneur is all about. Y'all, being an entrepreneur, it was millions of dollars of mistakes, especially when we started out. Even with my brick and mortars and everything like that through 2 divorces. And now here's where I am. And I'm showing other people what not to do. Right. So just cut through the red tape. Don't even try, and go down that path because for many of us, it doesn't work. And especially for network marketers and affiliate marketers, because that's my expertise. But at the same time, leadership is a universal language. So I just want to talk about some really non-negotiables of why, if you're going to be in the space of owning your own business and being an entrepreneur, is that it's really about responsibility, right? It's the responsibility of how you carry yourself. It's the responsibility of how you help other people, how you communicate, how you lift others up. That's what's going to come back and pay you tenfold. So the one thing that leaders do, and I can tell you because I know my industry like the back of my hand. I can predict and see when issues are coming on, and I already have a solution for it because I am an expert and I'm always continuously learning in this industry. But you have to have clarity and vision. you guys, it is so important. If you have a confused mind or you're not clear on something, you can't communicate and you can't share that clarity and vision with other people. So my question to you is, do you have a personal mission statement? Do you have a business mission statement? Do you have a mission statement for your goals and the things that you're going to achieve in your future? So you have to be clear on that, because if it's muddled, if it's foggy, if it's gray, a confused mind says no. So you have to remember that you have to focus on that. So the other thing is that you have to understand the issues that are in front of you, and there is a plan, a solution. I am a solution provider. It's why I created the software for entrepreneurs, and especially for network marketing and affiliate marketing, is because there was nothing out there. Our industry is way behind the times, right? So that's why I created the software, to make people more productive, to save them money, and also to give them more time back and make them more money at the same time. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. Okay. You have to be engaging with people, which means that you have to have content that is going to be bringing people's curiosity out. This means you are solving a problem. So what is the problem and what are you going to do to solve it? Case in point, the example that I just shared with you. Okay. Oh, know that change is inevitable. It's going to happen. We've already seen it happen time and time again. You've got ChatGPT, you've got other software platforms, you've got so many different things. So that change is inevitable, and change happens more frequently now than ever before. So you have to be rolling with the times, and you have to make yourself relevant. Hey, the other key things for me, my core values, are we're talking about the 5 components of a leader. 1, you have to have integrity. 2, you have to have courage. And I saw this somewhere the other day, is that leaders always want to be first until it's actually time to take the first step. I am not afraid to do something that is speaking to my soul. And sometimes these are really, really hard decisions. Sometimes people will not respect your decisions. Sometimes people will not like you for your decisions. But if it is calling to me and it is speaking to me through spirit, my intuition, and it will not leave me alone, and I lay awake at night, I know that this is where I need to go. I'm being pushed in this direction by the universe. Okay? We talked about leading by example already. The other thing that a leader is that you are the best of a listener. That's the greatest gift that you can give someone, is to listen. The other thing is to ask really good questions and come back and mirror what they're saying to you. And then the other thing is to be a good communicator, because a lot of times what coaches do is that they will propose that person with a question. That person actually knows the answer, but they're afraid to answer it. So we're there to guide them, to help them be better. Okay. And one of the things is that don't confuse leadership with a strong personality. Most leaders have a strong personality. Number 1, because they have courage. Number 2, they're willing to discuss, present opposite views, and they can agree to disagree. I think this is an art form we've gotten away from, is that if you don't agree with me, I can't like you, I can't hang out with you, I can't do anything with you. You're a piece of shit, for lack of a better word, because you don't agree with me. No, that's not the way that we are supposed to be. Debate, we've lost the art of debate. So what does debate look like? Debate looks like, bringing in your thoughts, your opinions, backing it up with facts. And you actively listening to the other person. They're doing the same thing. And then you discuss. Sometimes there's a resolution. Sometimes there isn't. But leaders are great listeners and great communicators. Okay. Let's talk about wisdom here for a second. Wise leaders make wise decisions. They don't act impulsively. And I'm going to give you an example. A lot of people that are leaders will make decisions that are not in the best interest of their long-term relationships, of their long-term legacy business. A lot of times they'll get tempted by a shiny penny. Don't do it. Stay true to your core brand. Stay true to who you are. Figure out something that is going to work for you, but has long-term residual results. So whenever I am looking at anything, this is why and I don't care what you say, why I never got involved with crypto is because it didn't have long-term results that I could see. Now, other people could see it, which is great. Some people have done well, but that wasn't for me. I want long-term. This is why I invest very heavily in real estate. This is why I invest very long-term in infinite banking. These are things that I can build legacies for my children, for my children's children. It's just not for my retirement. Retirement, it's bullshit. If you're really living in your craft, you will never retire. Okay. You are a steward of being equipped with resources that you can share with other people. So what does that mean exactly? John Maxwell talks about this a lot, is that you have to equip your people. That means that you have figured out how to do things and you're sharing that intellectual property or that training or that leadership that you have learned, and you're sharing that with other people. So you're equipping them to be successful, right? So it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you can equip people to do what you're doing, they're going to follow you. Okay, the other thing is that you have a big vision, but you are also detailed in creating an action plan. So you guys, I don't care how big the dream is. You just decide, you start somewhere. You may start small, baby steps. Man, I'm telling you, you take a baby step every day. What is going to happen in 100 days? You've taken 100 steps. You cannot beat consistency. Consistency trumps everything. Okay. And the last thing is you have to define your reality, and you can be unrealistic, right? People can have such these big dreams and goals, but they're paralyzed by them. So you know what? You set 1 year, 5 year, 10-year goals, which, we have a whole course that we've done as far as creating those 10-year vision plans. But the thing about it is that you have to define your reality, because if it is the bigger the dream, the longer it's going to take. That's just the reality of it. You can't say, oh, hey, you know what? I want to have $1 billion brand and I want to make $1 million in a year if you haven't done the work prior. Can it happen? Sure. But you have to have some sort of foundation. You have to have some sort of skin in the game. You got to have some meat with those potatoes, because you've got to have something that you're working towards. And you already have to have some sort of foundation already, that ground laid. Okay, next, we are talking about leadership is a choice. I have a lot of people that I know that say they're leaders and they're not, because they choose not to be. You can't, I don't believe in titles anyways, you guys, but you can't call yourself that you're leading the pack or you're a leader for this or you're successful in that if you're not showing up, if you're not making a choice, and you're not intentional. All of those things are key, huge things that help you be the best of the best. Now, you may be just leading in your home. Fantastic. You may be leading in a job. Great. You may be leading a team of people. That's awesome. You may be leading a group of entrepreneurs. Fabulous. But still, leading starts with you. And that's the number one thing. The last thing that I want to leave you with is that being a leader is also love. You have to operate from the place of love. God talks about it. The Bible talks about it. Everything is love. And love can do many different things. I love my yoga. I love to go work out. I love to walk. I love my family. I love my dog. I love my business. But you know what? When you operate from that place, that energy is 1 billion times more than any other energy out there. That is truly what makes the universe go round, is love. And that's as simple as it is. And you know who I learned that from? My husband. Honestly, we've been through, a rocky life, the both of us. But he said, Toni, he said, everything when you do it from love, and it took me a long time because I was never loved before until we were together. I thought I did. I thought I loved other people, and I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about true, compatible, unrelentless love. That comes from that. What comes from that, though, is passion too, because you have to be passionate in order to have love for anything that you do. And that's the one thing that I know. I have passion and I have love for all of this that I'm doing every single day, and I show up. So you guys, here's the best part. I'll give you one of the best tips. Just show up. Just decide. Just show the fuck up. And that will solve 99.9% of it. So you guys, that is our episode for Wealth Rescue today. Now, you guys, we're here. It's back to school for a lot of people. It's August 23rd. This podcast will go live on the following Monday at noon. But the best part is, you guys, we're gearing up for our very first virtual and face-to-face event on September 23rd. You guys, I have a panel of experts coming in because what they have taught me, I get to share with you because I have learned from these people, and I want to share the world and how to be truly independent and teach other people how to do the same thing. So you guys, this is Toni Vanschoyck over and out, Wealth Rescue, and let's get you to that next level that you know that you want to be at. Because you know what? There is no limits. You guys, you can do anything that you want to do. And I know it because I'm living, walking proof of it. All right, you guys. So the links, they'll be dropped in the comments below. If you love this podcast, please share it with other people. Give me a shout out on social media. If you have any topics that want to be covered, you know what? Let me know, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to share. We're here to learn from one another, and we're here to make each other better. All right, you guys. Peace out. Mwah. Love you. Bye-bye.